baby. Yeah, from a long-term band. They put me in a band because obviously free R. Kelly and that. Right. No.
Wow.
But wait. You have to open it in a way. You have to open it in a way. Innit? And that's the only way I know best. Innit? Obviously, banter.
I said the group chat we did not understand that. We did not comply with what
disclaimers.
this
Listen,
guy has
after
said.
if you got the edit, the uncut version, yeah, the man.
This opinion is one person's opinion.
My views are my own.
His own views are his own.
Look at all this.
Do not represent the views of the group chat.
You are an
Thank
idiot.
you.
But yeah, it's only right.
It's what is it? Badu.
On
the gram, bro. Shut up, man. Is that your gram?
Nah, I don't know. I can't remember. But
What's your name? You don't know your name.
it's only right we introduce you guys. So obviously, I'm here back. Watty, Kevin. Don't know. We got Style After Style.
Come on, baby.
Flips.
Got Tony in the building.
Big Mike, Creeks, yeah.
Special guest. There you go. Special guest TE.
And we got Jabs as well.
That's what I'm saying. But yeah, flipping. Before we even get into, go on. What you
I was
gonna
gonna
say?
say, obviously, could you introduce myself? I was gonna ask, how'd you actually say your name?
T-E-D-N-S.
I was right. We had.
because we'll
I was calling
He was debating bands, but how you say it in?
Teedness, yeah.
Like, what do you say, Jabs?
Heartbreak.
TE didn't it? Jabs trying to do a little thing. Where you were possibly doing it.
I set myself up with it.
Where did the name come from?
Where did
My name used to be Temper, so Temper, and then I just took off the letters, made it T-E. But then it weren't so searchable online.
Yeah.
So Dennis is a play on my surname. Sorry, D-Ness is a play on my surname, Dennis. Just so it was searchable online, but you couldn't find the two letters.
If you're not TE, yeah.
So it's T-E.
Everyone had mad names when they were younger. Jab used to be called Conflict.
JJ
Man called
Master.
himself Conflict. JJ
Oh yeah,
Master.
JJ Master. Oh shit.
But that was an email or something. Man. That was like an
JJ
MSN
Master. I
name.
said it was like Juju
Bro,
Master.
that was like an MSN name.
I sure you say
Hey,
it was
remember
like,
talking mad? It was a fucking MSN name, fam. MSN
What
screen
kid?
name. What kid?
So anyway, so R. Kelly, yeah. What do we think about R. Kelly? The interview? Do we think it's all a lie,
It's a black man.
or
He's just
is
acting.
it's genuine?
I feel like his management have told him get in front of a camera and cry.
Do you think?
100%.
100%.
I feel like obviously he's done some things, but I feel like he's come to the stage where he's like, fam, like my whole life is becoming ruined now. Like he said, he's got kids, fam. Like, do you know what I'm trying to say? But then I saw an interview with his two girlfriends, both of them, and they both said we are his girlfriends. We live with him. There's two women that say, and I guess how old they are? 19. So it's mad. But, they've been with him for a minute, so they've probably been with him since they were 16. Mark Kelly, yeah, you lose him, but still, I feel like the tears were real.
I don't think they want.
no, I don't think. I think. I don't know. For some reason, I think he was acting.
No,
It
no,
didn't
but-
look.
Go on.
I don't know. I think it was
It didn't look
acting.
genuine.
Yeah, it didn't
I
look
didn't watch
genuine at
it,
some
but I
point
just see it on
though.
social media,
I
it looked mad, though.
feel
Yeah,
like
good.
I feel like the tears were genuine in the sense that if I was in that position, I would cry as well, fam.
Yeah, because it's mad
That
now.
man's been clocked, fam.
Yeah.
You know, like that. So genuine in that sense, but in terms of him saying that he didn't do it and all of that, I feel like there's no smoke without fire, but we don't know all of the details. Like, there must be bits that have been misinterpreted as well, but with that being said, I think he's a fucked up guy.
Yeah.
Either way.
He's
You know
definitely
what I'm
fucked up regardless. He's done something wrong. Don't get it twisted.
And
He's done some fuckery, but I don't know if all of it is true, but there's definitely something
it's a bit
funky,
dodgy
When there's so much
funky
evidence,
going
when there's so
on.
much evidence, bro, you like.
And do you know what I think as well? I think it's fucked that what everyone just allows are people have had a bad childhood growing up, so they're doing this
okay.
now. It's okay. It's not
No,
okay.
it's
not
bro.
okay,
How many
definitely
people
not
have gone
okay.
through some mad things in their childhood and they're okay? Do you know what I'm trying to say? It doesn't mean because you've seen people have sex at a young or you've been
Yeah,
abused,
nuts.
so it's now it's your turn. You should not want to do that. If anything, if you deep it, like. So yeah, I just feel like he's nicking it a little bit. He's getting away because he should have been in prison a long time ago.
Yeah.
But
How about Michael Jackson?
nah, please, Michael Jackson.
I heard that there's bare like question marks with his thing, like there's bare people getting clocked with lying. I saw something on Twitter today, yeah, where Michael Jackson's nephew texted one of the alleged victims who claimed that he wasn't at the funeral, but apparently him and his family were at the funeral. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just
So
weird
there's-
stuff.
Yeah, so that one there, it's a bit dodgy. But Michael Jackson was always a funny
Bro, you
little
see
man.
Michael Jackson, no. But you see Michael Jackson, yeah. Let's
Funny little youth, fam.
talk, yeah. Let's talk. You see when obviously I don't want to say when white people because when they found out Jimmy Savile and a couple of these lot they started talking about. But Michael Jackson, yeah, he's Michael Jackson for one, yeah. Two, he owned the backlog to the Beatles.
Yeah, bare
catalog.
songs, fam. Yeah,
You
yeah.
know who the Beatles are, fam. So all of their music, Michael Jackson owns it. Like, I was talking to one guy at work who did like some man. Yeah, he owned
Apparently he
it.
owned bare people's.
What's Paul McCartney's group? What's Paul McCartney's group? Yeah, half of Sony basically. He owned half of Sony. He owned a
Big
lot of stuff.
percentage, you know.
And they tried to buy. They're trying to get it from. He wasn't giving it up. So it's so easy to see that stuff and think, do you know what? This guy obviously he had a mad childhood. He's created Neverland. He's let a few kids stay there. Okay, let's now say. Do you know what I'm trying to say? He's raped people. Let the kids now come out and say. So I just feel like.
okay,
and another thing, I saw a post today saying they're looking to dig up his body and
Yeah,
do like autopsy. What are
do
you doing?
autopsy.
Let the man rest, man.
They said there's another 11 claims, so they want to get some DNA. Some
That's another kind of worms, yeah. Because even before he died, yeah, there were bare reports that weren't even the real Michael Jackson, fam. That was 2.0.
Yeah, there was
fam.
two, like the
Yeah,
But to be honest, yeah,
The link up- the
Jackson
link
died
up-
somewhere.
I heard he's still alive.
Like,
I heard he's still alive.
So
He was like Reggae Branch, he was whining.
So him in bamboo, fam.
He was whining.
He was in bamboo,
So
fam.
dumb. Oh, my.
He did a little thing there.
Hey, no, that's not.
Michael Jackson, bro. You see that Michael Jackson documentary, yeah? It came on, I said to him, we're going to watch, she said, no, I don't believe anything. You see, they won't believe anything to Michael Jackson, no.
Yeah, but
No man Michael Jackson, no.
He's the GOAT,
After
man.
two people they love, yeah, are Michael Jackson
Princess
and Lady
Diana.
Di.
Lady
Lady
Di?
Di.
Yeah,
Princess Diana. Oh no, what's that one? What's that one? They like, is it Celine Dion? They like Celine Dion as well, fam.
Every Af
Bro, she's always there, fam. Swear down, bro.
Yeah, it's a
Jamaican.
Jamaican.
Okay, bro. What's going on here? Like,
Celine Dion.
that's the only white people they'll let get away with, fam.
That
Everyone thinks-
couple's first dance is always
Celine
Celine Dion
Dion.
at the Afro days.
That Michael Jackson, I don't want to believe it, fam.
Yeah,
Because
nah,
he's the GOAT,
I don't think. And the thing is, so many people have come out of Michael Jackson. They've said their stories, and then after they've retracted it, going like, "Oh no,
Yeah.
it's not true. I did lie to
Because
get some money."
because they no, he does pay them. He pays them out of court and that.
Yeah.
Some people definitely got paid off. Don't get it twisted. But I don't know. I feel like there's no sport. There's a video, yeah. And my man, they said to him, "Oh, don't you think it's a bit weird that a 44-year-old man is sleeping in the bed with a 14-year-old?" He goes, "Hee hee hee." Like,
It's like laughing, innit?
like, what's funny?
I told you the he thing is bad.
What's funny?
And even one of them is explaining.
It's a serious question,
One of them
bro.
is explaining the account of what happened between him and Michael Jackson, innit? So he's like, "Oh, obviously, after playing Neverland, whatever, my parents said it's fine for me to stay there. One, your parents are fucked. They should go to prison as well.
Yeah.
Because no one should have let their child. Doesn't matter who you are.
I like that's a
Let your
bit
child
mad.
sleep with
Even if
someone
it's
else.
Michael
Yeah.
Jackson, like anybody.
Yeah.
Like,
So he's like, Michael Jackson said, "Oh, like, do I want to stay in the bed with him?" Obviously, I'm a youth. I said, "It's calm." He's like, "Yeah." He stayed in the bed like a few nights, and then one of the nights they ended up having sex, and then fuck, like the interview was like what happened in the
oh
sex.
yeah, my man said he put it in
my
his
ass.
bum.
Yeah.
He said Michael
Like-
put it in his bum.
Yeah.
bro.
I couldn't watch that.
He said it live. Oh, Michael Jackson put it in my ass. And I was
Oh,
thinking
that
that's
is
wild.
wild.
No way.
Because
That
you know
one-
what, yeah, my man had peas as well.
the guy
Wade
gay?
Robson is a big guy,
The
fam.
guy talking about, is he gay? Or is he
No, he's not.
just a
He's,
straight
I don't
guy?
think he is.
It's on stuff, innit?
But he's famous. He's
Really
got his
terrible,
own. He's
really.
got his own accolades. And when he was saying it, I was thinking this is scary because he doesn't need the money to come here and say
yeah,
this. You know what I mean?
yeah.
He was doing choreography for Britney Spears, for what's it, NSYNC and stuff. He had his own show on MTV Base because I remember him from back in the day. So I'm thinking this guy's got dough and he's saying all of these things. I'm like, that one might be real. It might be real.
If it's not real,
Because what's his name, Macaulay Culkin.
Macaulay Culkin,
Yeah.
yeah.
Macaulay Culkin.
They asked him,
Malone.
did he say? He said no. So everyone's that as well. He's got his own money. He doesn't need Michael Jackson's money. So everyone's that it's cool. So everyone's thinking it's a money thing.
There's all the broke ass niggas coming.
That are coming forward, yeah.
And why wouldn't he chop Macaulay Culkin? Macaulay Culkin was popping them times. I reckon he would chop him.
That sounds so fucked.
No, wait. No.
What are you talking about?
My guy, you went I'm going right.
You're going right.
Whose business is this?
Listen to what I'm saying. I'll tell you what I'm saying.
Did he wait not coming to the next one, man? That's
why he was in
Hey,
the band.
listen to what I'm saying.
I'm
I'm saying.
Bob, no, what you say does not make any sense
No.
at all.
Macaulay Culkin at that time.
The worst sentence in everything you've ever said in your life, yeah? Why wouldn't he chop Macaulay Culkin?
No, this is
Nah,
I mean, like, why would he?
That's a madness, you know, fam.
I can't
That's
lie.
a
Hey,
real life madness.
hey, too much bad. Big man, too
It's
much.
mad. Anyway, back still on documentaries. I watched one documentary the other day. It's so fucked, yeah. So it was called something like, it was on channel, I think channel 4. It was called something about missing triplets, something like that, innit? So basically there was 3 brothers. They were born. I told you about it. Yeah. They were born, and then this was like a while ago. And when they were born, they were taken to an orphanage as babies, and then they went to an adoption center. And in the adoption center, they were Jewish babies. And the adoption center said, "Oh, it's difficult to get 3 triplets, somebody to adopt 3 children at once." So they split them up 3 different places. obviously they're grown up. One of them graduated at uni, and then one of them did their first term at uni, and then the third one was going to start his first term at uni, innit? So when the third one went to go start, it turns out they all went to the same university, innit? When the third one went to go start there, the teacher was like, oh, like, how was your summer? He's like, oh, it's good. He's like, are you ready to get back into things? He's like, what are you talking about? Like, just started, innit? Yeah. They're like, no, like, it's impossible. So obviously, he's like, you've been here showing him all this work, he's like, I've never done this. So obviously, he's got a picture of like the class, the group photo. He's like, that's not me, fam. So he's looking at it thinking, right, looks at me, but he knows that's not him.
Yeah.
Cool. Obviously, the principal's he's gone to the principal's office, so the principal's called the brother. So he's come. Them two, they've met up now. They didn't know there's a third one. They've met up. As they're leaving the school, bus a corner, they see another one.
No way.
All three of them, linked up.
Mad.
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 And there was like 19 or 20 at the time. So obviously, it was in the paper. It was a big thing. I think it was like in the 1980s or something like that. It was in the papers. They're American. In the paper, whatever, going for time. And then one of the dads that adopted one of the boys from the family, he one of them people where he wanted to get to the bottom of it. Like, why would they separate three kids, innit? So he went to the adoption agency, had a meeting with them, and then after the meeting, they didn't get no answer. So after the meeting, like, it was kind of vexed. But the dad left his umbrella in the meeting room, innit? So when he went back to get his umbrella, as he's coming in his head, like, champagne popping, so he's thinking, let me just pre-run the corner. And it seemed like the people that were celebrating, like they've almost got away with something, like they didn't tell them, innit? So cool, whatever. They've done a little bit of digging, Then some guy that was writing a book on not triplets, twins getting separated at birth. He discovered them in their story, seeing them on the news and stuff like that. So then after that, he lost my train of thought. Yeah, so he's writing a book. So he discovered them. So obviously he's linked up with them, and then in his book, he wrote in his book that there was a time period when they were born that people were doing some experiment where they separate twins, like film them for like 15 years, put them in different lives. Because if you deep it, one of them went to a rich family, one of them went to a middle class family, one of them went to a poor family, and see how.